got Ricky Colosimo here, founder of Wanderer Promotions. He has an event coming up in the next few weeks, November 11. How are you going, Ricky?
I'm good. All the preparations for the fight are coming along nicely, which is good. So very exciting.
We got a lot of fighters from Baratilla Bombers as well fighting on the card. People have recently completed state titles, golden gloves, even fought for Australia in titles. How are you feeling about having them on the card?
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, we've got such a good lineup of fighters in the Baratilla Bombers gym. We've got a lot of good up-and-coming fighters as well. These guys are really making some big waves in the amateur boxing industry, and even Arnell's gym, it just won Best Gym in Australia. So very excited for the fight night and to put these guys on the card as well.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a great night. And what's the lineup we're expecting for the night as well? Do we have any major names?
So we've got over 30 fights lined up. There's going to be a couple of good title belts on the line as well. Paul Trainer is one of the fighters to watch out for. He recently just won the 75 kilo Australian Championship. And then also we've got fighters like Tash, who's one of the best female fighters coming up in Australia.
Yeah, definitely.
So we've got some good up and coming fighters, and there's going to be some great matchups.
It's going to be an awesome night of entertainment. What's the type of night you're expecting from the November 11 especially?
Sure. So on the night we're expecting a night of proper entertainment. So my goal from doing these shows is to actually put on higher end promotions and put a DJ, MC, and make it a proper night out. So people that aren't really interested in boxing previously, it's a good opportunity for them to come along and actually experience something a little bit different. These fight nights, like there's going to be good title belts up for grabs. There's going to be live streaming, so there's a lot happening, and it's exciting.
It's exciting, and I feel like everyone's excited for it as well. It gives the amateur boxing a lot of exposure that they're not getting at the moment, and I feel like it's such a pro-dominated scene for the media, where amateur boxing is where it's at. It's exciting to have them all. There's a lot of fighters that can't make it to the pros because of their work, jobs, so it's exciting to give them a platform.
Absolutely. Like for me especially, because I came through the amateur ranks, and I know even when I fought back in the day, I always used to wish there was more shows on and better quality shows. And so for me now, especially the way the world is with social media and that, it's more of a thing where it's like giving these young fighters the platform to really reach their potential and make it a step up for them. So it's not a pro show, but it's a little bit better than the average amateur show.
Yes.
So it's a pathway for them to actually step into it. And the main goal, which I really want to do, is make it more about the fighters. So make it all the content and stuff around the fighters rather than just around the promotion.
Yeah,
so that's the goal.
Oh, I'm excited to see how it's all going to turn out. What's your goal for your future events after this event? Are we looking at pros as well as amateurs?
Yeah, for the next year, I've got 5 shows booked in. 3 of these are going to be amateur shows only, and then the other 2 are going to be pro-ams. So the pro-ams, I've got the location sorted already, and it's going to be very exciting. We've got a grandstands. We're probably going to fit about 1,000 people there, and I'm sure this one's going to sell out as well. So that one's on February 17th. We've got a lot of great, even I've got interest from a lot of pro fighters already. So it's going to be some good matchups on that. And these guys all have big followings. So my goal is to really get behind the production and make, I would say, get great content, great atmosphere, and make it a night out where people that weren't previously interested in boxing can actually come along and enjoy the night as well.
Yeah, it's so exciting, and especially talking about people that weren't interested in boxing before. Female boxing is growing so rapidly. Do we have a lot of female fights, including Tash that you previously mentioned on November 11 fight?
Yeah, we definitely do. Like, I think boxing in general is growing in Australia massively, and definitely female boxing is growing even more so, like at a more rapid rate. And it's very exciting. And we've got great female fighters, even like people like the likes of Ebony Bridges who came out of this gym. We've got a lot of up and coming good girls in the gym like yourself as well. And it's exciting. It's a time I think where girls are really stepping into their power as well, and it's a way to sort of express themselves, which is amazing.
It's awesome, and it's good to have those fight nights that, like, we love our PCYC events, which are great, but you need those events to really push the social media where boxing is looking like it's heading. And it's a good thing. We have to sort of work with it rather than against it.
100%.
And you see these social media fights, and they're good and all, but they're making the money where the other pros are struggling. So it's good that you're trying to work with that as well and really push for this. Wanderer Promotions, bit personal to you. Can you explain about
Yeah,
where that comes
of
from?
course. So my fighting name was called the Wanderer, and I've had a lot of different health injuries, injuries and that over the years. And so for a period there, I wasn't able to box, and I thought to myself, I want to still be involved with the sport. And I said, what will give me the purpose and tick that box of, because I want to influence the next generation. That was the goal through my fighting. And I thought to myself, well, why don't you start doing promotions? And I started the company probably about 5 years ago, and I didn't do anything with it for a while because I was focusing more on my fighting. And then obviously the injuries and that kicked in, and it was a period where I was like, well, I'm not going to just sit around and lay dormant. So I booked in my first show, and it was the Adidas PCYC Championships last year, earlier this year, sorry, and it was a great success. And then it sort of just opened up a new mindset for me to think that there's actually such potential with these promotions, and it's I can change a game. Then it also fulfills my sort of want to help the younger generation, and then also keeps me involved with this good sport as well, which I love.
It's so good, and I'm so excited to see your next event. I was at the last event, and it was awesome. The crowd was filled with just excitement, and the one thing about the event, I noticed that people were staying till the end.
Yeah.
The place was full to the last fight, which is really good because it struggles as an amateur fighter when you look around and no one's left at the end of the fight, where that's meant to be the main event, you know.
100%.
And you killed it with organising the best fights of the night, and every fight was exciting. Even the exhibitions were exciting. So I feel like you, as an exciting fighter, a very fast puncher, lots of combos. It's funny to see how your style carries out throughout your fight nights.
No, I still remember that last fight night. The best fight of the night was the very last one, and the whole crowd was just on their feet getting into it, and it was very exciting. Even it made me very happy seeing that, because it was like a culmination of many things for me. Even seeing some of the Bombers fighters fighting on the card, it was such a great atmosphere, and I'm really looking forward to building on it and building the next fights as well.
We're excited to see it, and we hope to hear more about it soon in your socials. What socials do we need to go to, the tags?
Guys, if you follow Wanderer Promotions, that's got all the sort of up-to-date things that's happening. My website launches next week, which is exciting as well. So you can get all your ticket sales on there. You can get fight pictures from previous fight nights. And the big thing that I am doing is I'm getting content of pretty much most of the fights of the night. So if there's fighters fighting on the show, they can just go to the website and just collect the content off there. So it's a thing where it's ideally, right, when I was younger, when I fought in the amateurs, there was a fight night at South Juniors, and that fight night happened once a month, and it was that was my home fight night, and I fought there probably maybe 10 times, and it was always so exciting to fight on those cards, and it was like a staple thing where everyone knew once a month the fight nights were at the South Juniors. And so for me, what I want to do is get to a point where we get staple fight nights happening either once a month or once every couple of months, so people know that the Wanderer Promotion shows are pretty much the best amateur shows you can fight on, and they're going to be available to fight every month. So it's really going to keep all the young guys active, keep them in the gym, out of trouble, and really reaching their potential as well.
I'm so excited to see this up and coming fight. So if you want to jump on the card as an amateur fighter, you can head to Boxing New South Wales, nominate there, speak to your coach first, and we'll see you on the night. Thank you, Ricky.
Thanks, man. Thank you.